多的让我觉得这一首无限的肖像，继续把无限线慢下来，今天要继续跑直线。在之前结束之后，就自己去花了点时间打扫街道。现在起码之前去过的街道范围，大部分都非常的干净跟安全了。不过我在到时候油站跟拾荒的时候，不小心捡起了东西，在之前金华山村董秀先生被关着的房子的对面开了一扇，就是多了一扇可以开的门。进去之后捡起了一个道具，纯净的水，干净的水适合浇花，所以之前想了好久的要枯死了需要浇水，
Done.
Can I help you, Jonathan?
Thank you for your time, Edgar.
看起来这条支线就是在这个人群里面。前面这个菜单的3个小时间，这样速限制。
I'm sure Kaloon Russell has no interest in such a conventional menu.
太多了，所以他们不会感兴趣。上一次截止限制。在家之前说他会跑去。另外，想到是在家的，搞不好还继续知道杨宇搞了什么危机这样子的。
Yes, Jonathan?
Goodbye, my dearest.
Goodbye.
再回到西区，我的阿斯Lord Red 也是10岁，接近开了就是。
To connect me to this city.
Support the equality between men and women.
Lord Redgrave 之后就去找那个。
I think we're safe for now. I pursued and killed the last hunter with my own hands as he tried to escape the club.
Greetings, Lance-Bearer. Good news, I hope.
I may have found the source of the epidemic in the West End. The trail could be unreliable, but I'm investigating further.
Do speak, Dr. Reed.
I will be glad to report to you once I've gathered more information. Scientific progress requires cautious steps.
Have you forgotten where you stand and to whom you speak? I command you to divulge all you have discovered.
I've identified 2 infected families, both linked to a public figure in London. If I'm correct, Doris Fletcher could have infected many more.
Intriguing method. Are you trying to rewind time to find the primary source?
Yes. For a century now, modern medicine has developed methods to locate the original carrier, or the starting point of contagion.
It is somewhat similar to the vampire family trees, is it not? Masters and progeny?
Indeed, but on a larger scale, depending on the infection rate of the epidemic. We call this an epidemiological study.
Well, carry on then. Perform this epidemiology of yours, and cleanse the city of this spoiled source.
I have a few questions for you first.
I'm listening.
好像我不喜欢反派，但是现在追陆服啊，对吧？剧情我不喜欢。
I've discovered a form of skull I have never seen before. Heavy mutations and highly aggressive behavior. Have you ever seen this before?
Skulls are always the degenerated progeny of their maker. If you have discovered a new breed, it would mean a rare kind of vampire is in town.
I cannot say. It looked like a skull, but at a more advanced stage of mutation. As if the disease itself had evolved within its body.
I have no idea what you speak of, but this isn't good news. Please proceed with the utmost diligence, Dr. Reed. We must eradicate this threat as quickly as possible.
同意，不过不是今天。
I'm extremely concerned about the Great Hunt. Vampire hunters are everywhere.
I share your concern, Lancebearer. But we shall prevail, no matter the cost.
I have a feeling there is a covert war taking place here. How long before London finds out about us?
Only a few mortals can cope with the idea that they are not the pinnacle of the food chain. We are the embodiment of their worst fears. They prefer ignorance.
Do you know anything about an actress called Doris Fletcher?
The name is vaguely familiar. I imagine she must be relatively famous.
She's Britain's most famous actress. I'm surprised you have not seen her on stage.
I rarely go to town, Dr. Reed. And when I do, it is not to attend frivolous mortal spectacles.
这字翻错了，少了一个再来我忘记在想到什么事情。
I think she may be the source of contagion in this part of town. At least 2 trails lead to her theater.
Well, investigate the place then, and take all necessary measures.
I shall report to you as soon as possible. Goodbye for now, Lord Redgrave.
臭屁家伙！道森，消息我很惊讶，就是这个区域中心。我还以为 Lord Redgrave 才是这个区域的中心。
Women die too in this war.
I'm sure Kaloon Russell has no interest in such a conventional menu.
我希望第三个外观上记住。
You make me sick, you juicy warm treat. Oh, damn it! Oh my! What have we got here? A dead rat. Oh, so gross. So tempting. Eternal life. Through the blood of the lesser beasts, he said. Oh, dear God, help me. Save me, for I can't stand what I've become.
我本来期待可以偷窥到或许造成但就这样看起来吃老鼠毕竟是知道事情。
Rats. Tasty rats. Those clever rodents are cautious now. They won't approach.
对啊，所以他吃死的。亏你乱吃的东西不是。
Why do you eat rats, Karina?
Their flesh contains the path to immortality. I have to eat them all if I want to live. Help me. Please. Make it stop.
I don't know if I can, miss. You have been tricked, forced to play a disgusting game. I don't know how to save you.
Kill me then, Doctor. Take my life. I beg you.
对，所以这其实有其他啊，伤脑筋。才有其他的卑鄙的家伙对他下令下手，他们都没有。确定有没有其他地方一定要找到这个。
I can't do that, Miss Billow. I'm a doctor. I won't kill as an answer to pain or suffering. Never again.
It is my decision. If I could, I'd do it myself. You're a doctor, but also a vampire, aren't you? Kill me, please. Make it stop.
告诉我他是谁帮你今天啊？哦，天哪！
I must go now. Goodbye, Miss Billow.
我刚才好像没有跳擦，所以效果还没有搞砸什么东西。所以说，毕竟他就在阿斯塔这样想。或许虽然不抱期待，因为呢，里面的吸血鬼们都只会重复固定的几句话。会以一般的人取的名字，虽然他们的造型、外形也都是。
For as long as I've been a member, I've never seen so few vampires attending the club night.
毫无特色的外形。哎，一楼这边
I have a boat ready to go whenever I want. These hunters won't
也
catch
是
me.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Have a drink and enjoy the night. Have you heard the rumors of some horned vampire revealing himself and singing obscure songs around the city?
I know we're facing a crisis, but I'm shocked no one took the time to clean up the mess inside the club since we were attacked.
Greetings, Lance.
I'm still...
Well, carry on.
Yes.
哎，好吧，这个是不是暂时没有新的线索？ 完全就是跟踪。在他家里的时候，他就会站在那里，像他自己就在自己的身上。
You give me no other choice, Clarence. Yes, my love, it's a new tea I bought. Not too bitter for your taste, I hope. Drink your tea, my love. Drink it to the last drop. And shut your damn trap for good.
哎，还有动手，动手。
It could be someone you know, even someone you're close to.
Good evening, old chap. Are you all right?
I won't lie to you, Johnny. I'm not a well man.
Venus is poisoning you, Clarence. She wants you dead.
So she really hates me that much now. My poor wife. I had no idea my research would drive her to such extremes.
I'm sorry, Clarence.
Why would you tell me that? First you returned from the dead, and now you tell me my wife is trying to murder me.
You're a stupid bastard, but you're my friend, Clarence. And I don't have many left. I don't want you to die. Not like that.
But I love her. I love my wife. Did I make her suffer that much? Have I become such a burden?
So you have no suspicions about her at all? Nothing in Venus's behavior has seemed odd since you returned?
Frankly, it's my behavior that's been odd. Ever since I got back from the war, she accuses me of being paranoid and delusional.
到底什么东西？ 对话说解决了。真是，
You need some rest, Clarence. You should try to sleep.
没有一些该处理。
Hello, Venus.
Hello, Jonathan. Please, come in. I'm so sorry for your loss, Jonathan.
自己说呀，要准备睡觉，慢慢查。
What do you need from me, Jonathan?
Tell me.
Why do you and your husband argue so much?
He is not the kind man I married and loved. He is obsessed now. Obsessed with chimeras. I feel trapped. It just makes me want to scream.
I have no mouth and I must scream.
Why are you poisoning your husband?
He has spent a fortune printing his bloody papers. I can't stand this nightmare anymore. We are the butt of everyone's jokes since he returned.
If you're so frustrated by Clarence's behavior, why don't you just leave him?
I have already lost the best years of my life because of him. I will not jeopardize my future for some lunatic. He goes, and I inherit what's left.
Oh yeah.
I was the best man at your wedding. I remember your love for him. It was so beautiful. I cried. And now you've killed him.
Don't try to send a shiver down my spine, Dr. Reed. You were always on your own, and you kept emotions at bay. All for facts, remember? Well, deal with this one.
不想到后续会怎么发展，好奇。
Goodbye for now.
They're all around you.
Shut your trap.
Waiting for you to let your guard down.
Women's right to vote is only the first step.
I'll send you to hell.
掉了一把优质的武器。Oh my， 这是我的影子。正反面好像，这是什么巫术？我面对着镜子，我看到我的背。这不太对吧？这是什么巫术？那我中了什么诅咒？那个啊 ，Jesus。好，看到我一身不舒服。哦，这是这里。这边留下来没有敌人，那就只是可以。哦，这边也一样，太可怕了。哦耶！趁还没有人看店的时候，搬走收银机里的钱。现在去看对面商店是什么样？有什么招牌吗？clothing，或进口，因为是瓷器，所以是进口瓷器呀。这边看下面有只，还有满地的血迹。听到楼下吃的津津有味的声音。吃着。清爽清爽。为什么是镜子碎成这样？让我看到了好像一样隐蔽。这游戏太可怕了，会受什么可怕的诅咒？看为什么说
More Braille. I should bring this to Mason Swanborough.
最后一份。他们这个区不前去。小梅森，看能不能治好他的眼睛。告诉他，笨妹妹孩子。这个就是我找的菜单招牌。
A restaurant where the guests are blindfolded before being seated. Intriguing.
Oh my！ 所以就是让客人们蒙着眼睛用餐，是挺奇特的呀。不知道。
Good evening, Dr. Reed. A great night, what?
I have found a restaurant that could satisfy you, Mr. Russell. The most intriguing and exotic restaurant in London.
Really? You have piqued my interest. Where is it?
It's a place where you eat in complete darkness and try to identify your meal without anything but your palate.
My, oh my, how interesting. It could even be fun to eat a little poisson et frite that way. Oh, thank you, Dr. Reed. Please, have this for your research.
I may have a look at.
哎，好吧，建筑。虽然它还有一些解开的，看到外面的这个工具。自言自语是想，但路线很简单，就是出来边一个就中间。
Please, sir, whether you need to buy something or not, I am happy to help.
想不是出发，就直接出发是电话，所以就完全。
Hungry. Where shall I eat tonight?
吃。
Remember, don't let any strangers come into your house.
进化。顺便把另外一个执行给标起来，细节表示的，对啊，长得也很细节，位置在。
Christ! He's dead!
这边看起来就是贴着旁边看。
This is not the place for you, sir.
None of your business.
Oi! You listening? This is no place for you, sir.
It's locked.
但是最后，我以为 青翠草地和高大树，这我才可能是在这里去。多少年前这些。
You're bleeding!
There has been a fight here. I can see a blood trail. Left by one of the antagonists, perhaps?
谁？ Oh no！ 不要。需要研究这种细节。在这事情出现之前，找到隐藏的细节。 哇，找到了！1908年4月4日，这证明惊人的技术二属性。如果你找到了第一封，这意味着你接到且真实决定就在你自己身上。但我还学会让你自己决定怎么做，在这长时间散步，仅在你这些树线角的院子存在着做工。我们把残酷的地方切掉整个，那俩残酷非常聪明，我一直都知道。双方非常杰出的，其中一个死透了，别不死，别不死。我一直都认为骄傲被把想成什么样的是为什么观念什么这翻译品质是怎么回事？它会成为任何的象征，物质相无限来验证。一直都喜欢你读谢谢。我仍然保持的第一首诗，就像我保存着宝贝一样的关于。当你选择从事医学研究时，其实我也是点赞你的教育充满治愈力。我最高兴你的笑声，它会比这样。当你告诉我你想在医学上做出事业，所以我结果是可能财富的时候，我知道作为父母教育最重要的一个更重要的一个方向，而不是他们所有的东西。我想要知道你的意思，所以要做的就是记住你申请第一次实习是选择一家医院，为了爱你的母亲而获得。OK， 所以下一站是母亲医院，知道。
I had almost forgotten I applied for a position at Pembroke. It was so long ago.
所以下一站是我可以约，我可以来约最保险，进像我根本就不认识你是谁，是。
What a mess. Something terrible happened here. But what? It's locked, all right.
转一转，然后莫名其妙的就从区域转出来了。想得美，谁知道？痛点，对，越级的怪物。
It's locked.
跳下去是 BOSS 战是不是？下去就上来了。
No one can hide from Ascalon. Kneel, traitor!
清静的街道这些热闹起来。谁打谁啊
Die, newborn! I will crush. Give me the blood. Your blood is
我好像没有好好的注意提一下。该闪躲的时候要显示什么东西 ？You shit! I will crush your skull and break your spine. Suck your brain out. 现在下。
your blood is now mine. Kneel, traitor!
谁才是 traitor？
You shall learn to respect the.
完全的鸡同鸭讲，看得下去。
Give me your. You shall learn. I will. No one can hide from Ascalon. I will crush you. Show me your. I will. No one can. Your blood is now mine.
混起了体型并直线去的狗杂种可以害人，就任何被安排任何细心的严肃飞快，且有注意是杀死，把那腐烂的尸体刺穿，钉在地上，剩下条脑袋。记住，关键是做好这个连接的让各位。当然了，问题是温血两种没有肉体那么强大的迅捷感，为人如之。作为杀戮机器，只有目标。巨爪放在头上，所以如果当任何人不幸遇上混血狼种，只需要记住一点：躲开别人的发狂，伤害他，嘲讽他，使他失去冷静。混血狼已经到一定程度使他们失去理智，他们会停止思考，并开始发动攻击。最看破为蠢的也是落实，这是你给他们过战术，然后用战术优势来获胜，第一机会。好把握，摘子不要急，忽略秀卡尔的机会。找到一些最不成才的是，说分开，可以把一些文件来说服一些嘲笑的细线真的存在，可能会是这样发展的。 波特第4代人是任何可能受到这种行为的视觉帮助。因为路易斯请求前世子，最后一次被人看到是在附近的酒吧里，不是当做服务员来讲，讲跳舞的尊严。有2个目击者依然不是，或许是因为外国人经历过，传言或许就能消失在那个地方，确信了路易斯的目击在节目。在街上有听到这附近已经有人被抓走的传言。不知道警察不会忙，原来还有更重要的事情做，所以决定亲自去找路易斯，用发现这封信的手段，方便能救助他。路易斯是好友，感觉此举单纯自然，身侧红发，不如加油，警长的蓝帽就像生命。
Louise's father was determined to find and save her. I cannot enter. have this thirst for blood.
绑架人家一起抢他人结婚，虚无神智，保持了自由。
How long are you gonna keep me locked in here?
How dare you interfere with my duty?
Let me go, you bastard! How long are you gonna keep me locked in here? Disgusting asshole! Vampire will never be your wife!
继承了魂系列的烂视角。What？ 老鼠都不见了。
How long? In here!
You London vampires are so weak!
Vampires will never be your wife! Let me go, you bastard! How long are you gonna keep me locked in here? Disgusting asshole! Vampire or not, I'll never be your wife! Let me go, you bastard! How long are you gonna keep me locked in here? Disgusting asshole! Vampire or not, I'll never be your wife! How long are you gonna keep me locked in here?
空间狭窄，然后又烂视角，贴着墙边的话，我的视线可能被墙上的水管给遮住。然后重生的地方又没有老鼠。I will eat your brain, suck your brain out. 拉回来。
How long are you gonna keep me locked in here?
家女孩强化跟你结婚的变态吸血鬼。在精疲力尽中，曼彻斯特出发了痛苦的旅程之后，我们到达伦敦。这座城市既悲伤又真，在这里找到一个想逃离死亡的人。我已经等不及开始我的研究了，很快我就不在使出。球是已经准备好了，现在要做的就是找到合适的工具，把它带进来，将会有本人解密结合。我已经在一些身上测试过我的睡眠能力，它大部分时间都是有效的，但我并不想让未来的信任对我过于言听计从。我只想用力把它带到这里来，然后我会告诉他我打算接受这点中的想是心甘情愿的生活的妻子。我想我已经找到了对象，但是这一次它是一家酒吧服务，显得非常有魅力。我喜欢他在那家酒吧上表示的态度，强硬又骄傲。相信他会接受我，但他说，但吸血鬼的血液是他成功的我就是完全无法消失。他还成完美的魅力，且只有我看见。会明白，路易斯拒绝了我的提议，他为什么会拒绝我？我向他承诺过，我永远不强迫他做任何事，也许我这刚是唯一选择。此处的变态吸血鬼。
Miss Teasdale, are you all right?
How do you know my name? Who are you?
My name is Dr. Reed. I managed to track you down thanks to your father.
So my father really was looking after me. This man, this vampire told me my father was dead. Is it true?
I'm afraid so, miss. I'm so sorry for your loss. But you are free to go, as your abductor is no more.
I suppose my jailer also killed my father, didn't he?
Thankfully, he did not search your father's corpse, where I found his notes describing where he might find you. You should read them.
I must find my father's body. He deserves a proper burial.
3等而已，而且不说，然后唐原来说失踪状况是
Goodbye, Miss Teasdale, and be careful. Until we meet again.
其实发呆这个窄道下面的走两个发呆，让人好奇究竟这个窄道或是世界到底可以挤下多少发呆啊！那我希望出去之后会是一个惊喜。惊喜，在另外一侧呢。先生，不好意思，抱歉，我开始是惊喜剧。然后刚才的另外一个，是有找到这个，哦耶！然后这个相当于大家这个去，然后去右找第三个信息。公园已经没事了吧 ？OK， 琴键找到了，餐厅也找到了，支线就只剩下找到了文件，回去找第三个。看起来区域是不是有升级下来？
Good evening, sir. May I ask you what you're doing here at this late hour?
I'm conducting an investigation about the epidemic in this part of town.
And who are you, sir?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed from the Pembroke Hospital. May I ask who you are? And why all the questions?
I'm Detective Inspector Charles Albright from Scotland Yard. And I don't find your answers convincing. What is a Pembroke doctor doing in the West End at this time of night?
我现在看过这个查尔斯、吉隆、阿尔布莱特、阿斯特什么关系节目，精神了解案件的。YOLO.
I work for the Ascalon Club. Here is my permit to go freely about the city.
The Ascalon Club? You should have said so, sir. I must warn you, these streets are dangerous, and you'd better be careful.
What can you tell me about this district?
I'm the one asking questions, especially when there's a killer on the loose.
What killer?
I'm not going to discuss that with the civilians, sir.
Haven't I told you about the investigation I'm conducting? Perhaps I could help you.
All right, without giving you too much information, I'll tell you this. I'm convinced there is a homicidal maniac on the loose, using the epidemic to disguise his kills.
And what about the epidemic?
We both know the situation is critical, don't we, Doctor? Colleagues of mine die almost every day.
Why are you investigating at night?
Criminals rarely act in daylight, you know. But since you are also a night worker, have you noticed anything strange which requires police attention?
What? 怕这样还不想碰太低的遭殃什么的，然后回答你那奇怪的事情的问题。你知道这个死人吗？
Does the name Fergal ring a bell? Fergal Bancher.
Of course it does. Fergal Bancher, the Butcher of Galway. Hung in Dublin in 1857 for murdering more than 20 men with his bare hands. Why are you so interested in dead criminals, sir?
我基本没有跳出红猜了，放心，您一点不过。所以刚才那个跟他讲阿斯特是什么关系？如果他不是跟阿斯特有关系，他说刚才那个就是催眠啊，就是什么？应该不是挺近的。
What are you really doing here?
I told you. I'm a detective inspector from Scotland Yard, investigating suspicious cases in the area.
Do you work alone?
Yes, the situation is difficult for the police. Many of us are sick, and since the summer strike, most men apply a work to rule on their patrols.
What about the situation in the East End? Why are there no police there to protect the civilians?
I know, it's a shame, but we just don't have enough men to cover the entire city.
Tell me all you know about that homicidal maniac you're looking for.
I'm not even sure there is only one. The wounds are always the same, but the modus operandi varies. Sometimes violent and brutal, sometimes precise and swift.
How could different killers inflict the same wounds?
That's my main problem. If my theory is correct, maybe we're facing a group of individuals sharing the same violent tendencies. Perhaps a sadist cult.
What are you investigating, exactly?
I have a missing woman, possibly abducted a few nights ago. Louise Teasdale. It seems you already found my other missing person, Mr. Tadao Kimura.
Tell me about Louise Teasdale.
She's a waitress. Her father reported her missing. We don't have enough men to search for her, sadly.
Do you have any idea where she could be?
No. But I feel she's been abducted. She went to a pub a few nights ago and vanished. I thought about the sewers, but I'm not equipped for such an investigation.
What are you...
I have a...
Tell me...
She's a
Do you have...
No.
Goodbye, Detective Inspector Albright.
Goodbye, Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm sure we'll talk again soon.
这种情况可以跟Vampyr-16猎击部队进行。身为人类，相当人案件进行解决。可惜，警察先生。
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I be of assistance?
Dr. Reed? Dr. Reed?
Is there anything wrong?
No, it's just... Your name sounds familiar. And your face. Have we met before?
I think I would remember. So I suppose the answer is no.
That's odd. I'm certain I've already heard of you. My name is Pericles Baker. Does that mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not, sir. But it's a pleasure to meet you anyway.
The pleasure is mine, I guess. I only wish I could remember when it was that we met.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Baker. What are you doing out here in the middle of the night?
We are waiting. Waiting for someone.
And why are you waiting for this person?
Because we need to leave this city. As soon as possible.
Why do you want to leave the city?
I'm not really sure.
Can you tell me anything about this district?
As you like asking questions so much, would you allow me to ask you one first?
Please, be my guest.
Do you like this city?
I know we are not living in the most peaceful of times, but I have learned to appreciate London's complexity.
Yes, me too. This city tests us. It invites us to find ourselves, to discover our true nature, scattered throughout its dark streets.
But what if we don't like what we find?
Do we ever know who we are? I wonder sometimes. Or maybe it is the journey to find out who we are that changes us.
And what do you do, sir? For a living, that is.
I stopped working when I decided to leave. When I realized what I wanted. Wanted something this city can't provide.
But what were you doing before you took this decision?
Does it really matter anymore? Considering the past seems so pointless to me. I have lived in this city all my life. And now I think it's over.
Tell me more about why you want to leave London, then.
I just don't belong here anymore. I had to convince my brother to leave London because I know we need to find another life out of the city.
Who are you waiting for? I'm sure he has a name.
I really can't answer that question, since I don't know that person.
And why is that?
This person is mostly my brother's acquaintance. I don't even know his real name. Only that this man could help us leave this city once and for all.
But why would you need this person's help to leave London anyway?
Well, I thought we should have left this cursed place already, but my brother convinced me to stay a while longer, and here we are.
Goodbye, Mr. Baker.
Be careful, Carol. You're wasting good food here.
Yes, Mother.
I said be careful, child. I'm sorry, sweetheart. Mummy has been so clumsy again.
No, that's okay. It won't bleed for long.
You're so pale. Are you feeling sick? Do you need to see a doctor?
No, I'm fine. I already saw the doctor last week.
Don't be silly. You must see a doctor. Just don't tell him how clumsy your mummy is, all right? I love you so much, my baby.
I love you too, Mother.
We should be far from town already. All right. But where would we go? Anywhere. Anywhere that isn't here. And what is that, by the way? A safer place? A less strange place? And where would that be? Life is strange. And we are alive. For now, yes. But for how long? If we decided to flee, we should be far from town already. All right. But where would we go?
我怀疑刚才的对话是有点彩蛋性质。做这游戏公司中平大大坚决做欺骗模式。
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Do you need my help?
Yes, please. Would you be kind enough to tell me what the time is?
That's all you need to know.
Well, is it not important to know? As important as where you are? Or who you are?
I suppose you're right. And who are you then, sir?
I am Agamemnon Baker. Like my brother, I think we need to leave this city immediately. And my brother and I rarely agree on anything.
May I ask what you're doing outside at this hour of night?
I don't know. You should ask my brother instead. It was his idea in the first place.
You must have your own ideas.
From what I have managed to understand, I guess we're supposed to wait here. Waiting for someone to come.
May I ask why you've not gone already, if you're so exasperated by this long wait?
I believe fear is holding us back. My brother would have said it's laziness, but it's just because he's prouder than I am.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
It's the only place I've considered myself happy. Or at least that's what I believe. Unfortunately, it's time to leave.
Why is that?
Because I'm not feeling happy here anymore. Are you?
I still enjoy living in London, no matter how difficult it can be sometimes.
Then I am sincerely happy for you. True happiness in life seems to be the most difficult goal to reach these days.
What can you tell me about your brother?
He's older than me, I think. But the important thing is that I really hope I'll die before him. Grief would just kill me, you know?
Is that all?
Pericles is very attached to this city, and without my insistence, he would never leave this place. We don't often agree on anything, you see?
Who are you waiting for, exactly?
The more I think about it, the more I believe it's not exactly a person we are waiting for.
But what else could it be, then?
I don't know. A feeling? An event? An impulse? How can I tell? Something that would allow us to leave this trap.
I'm afraid I'm not following you. What kind of trap are you talking about?
Have you ever felt like life trapped you in a role that does not fit you? That you are not in your place? That sort of trap.
Trap? And you think leaving London will free you?
At least it will give us the chance to be free. That's more than our present situation. Hope, Doctor. Hope is what truly drives mankind.
Tell me, how long have you been waiting here?
I can't say for sure, since I have no watch. But the night is still young, and I am not tired.
Is that the most honest answer you can give me?
Yes, I think so. Why does it irritate you, sir? Is comprehension really that important to you?
I'm a scientist. I try my best to understand things. I know the world has to obey unbreakable rules.
You know, or you want the world to obey such rules?
I know one thing. I do not understand who you are.
And it's better that way. What kind of life would we live if we could summarize a person in a few words or a few lines?
What are you really afraid of, Agamemnon?
The problem is, it's precisely what I don't know that frightens me. So I suppose I can't really answer your question.
If you finally manage to leave London, where do you intend to go?
A happy place, that's for sure. A place where I can smile because I know the next day will be better than the previous one.
Such a place doesn't exist. There are never any guarantees that tomorrow will be a better day.
That would mean I have no hope left, and I just can't accept such a conclusion.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Baker. Good evening, Mr. Baker.
Why do I always have feelings of déjà vu when I talk to you?
Pericles, tell me why your brother disagrees with your presence here.
Agamemnon is naive sometimes. Although don't consider him a fool, sir. He is often more lucid than me.
At least you both have the same difficulty explaining what you're doing, and for what reason.
But is that not a common problem for all mortals?
What can you tell me about your brother?
If you are searching for a pleasant chat, you should speak with him instead of wasting your time with me. He's always been the more gentle of us.
That's it? That's all you can tell me about him?
For the time being, true kindness is the most valuable quality, my good sir.
Tell me more about your strange feelings towards the city.
I would be happy to describe them, but it's too hard to explain with mere words what I'm feeling. It's unclear, too confused.
Go on, please.
Where should I start? The world is chaos. Men go mad, and nature itself runs roughshod over us all.
This is not the first time mankind has faced a deadly epidemic, or a war.
Men kill each other, while nature decides to kill them all. I don't know what scares me the most. Do you?
Both can be disastrous, and a combination of the two merely increases their potency.
And what if they were just a sign of worse disasters to come? Something of biblical proportions, I wonder.
How long have you been waiting for this man?
Sometimes I feel as though I've been waiting for him for ages. Perhaps it is my role in life to wait for him. Not a pleasant thought.
It could be dangerous for you, waiting here all night.
That's quite true. But what other choice do we have? We are waiting here until we finally go.
Mr. Baker, I have met many strange people during my life. But you are definitely one of the strangest.
Really? I don't feel particularly odd or weird. All I want to do is leave. What's wrong with that?
Why are you still waiting for this person?
What would be the point of going before meeting the man, as he's going to help us leave?
Pericles, what are you going to do now?
I don't know. Perhaps it's time to leave. Perhaps we should stay a little longer. How can I tell?
And where exactly are you thinking of going?
In a place where I will finally have that feeling, to be where I belong. The world has to be meaningless chaos to make such a heaven plausible.
Goodbye, Mr. Baker.
道这个方向，白教堂接近。
No rest for the wicked. Away with you! Back to the hell that's spawned you! Over there! Roast it alive! Stay back, please! Back!
It's locked, all right.
You! Get back in the grave! I'll kill you!
cards never lie, but they are never easy to read.
我想偷偷的是日后知识的最新，细细去一些过程，是我习惯的事实。正是因为这个在学是是谁也不能讲的。你还记得在思考游戏莱维斯也想思想什么阶段子？你还记得作为讲来讲追求这个细心进行压力的词是怎么样的？自动化的时候，游戏把三年的四三存在，让个人在基础之间消灭，同时个人这种知识在消失。这项罪行必须从吸血鬼杀死者过程线索。这正是为什么我经常让我酒醉。就当我自身对让吸血鬼进行自己动机的时候时，小心这个境界，这所有这些过程中，杀的是机会，大略杀者身体这些罪行，然后杀死自己死刑，这次与知识的完全是无法这个是。突然想起来，当这双子说，大主教不在吸血，就是他。Please talk to me.
Jonathan Reed. At last we meet. The cards warned me you would visit tonight.
I beg your pardon, sir. Do I know you?
Of course you do. Our mutual friend, Dr. Swansea, can't speak highly enough of you. My name is Usher. Usher Talltree.
You are the leader of the Brotherhood, are you not?
Primate of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole, to be precise. I'm really glad we met tonight. I love it when the cards tell me a truth.
The cards told you to expect me.
Yes, they can tell me everything. They told me that you have not taken another life since your poor sister died.
不太对，请街上好多特色，非常健康的这精神也非常强。
What can you tell me about the neighborhood?
I really don't know. I don't often go outside. And when I do, it's usually to quite distant destinations.
So you see nothing in the stars for me? You're a poor fortune teller, then?
Oh, I can tell you many things, but they will only concern you, not the city. For example, I know that you offered your sister the final rest she asked for.
Do the cards speak of my Mary?
No. It's the burning aura of guilt that precedes you everywhere you go.
Read my fortune, then.
You have been chosen, Jonathan. I see on you the mark of a strong being, so powerful it needn't even reveal its strength.
像我不会，因为让他看到了一些难以名状的东西，导致他不是很挂掉之类的。
Tell me about yourself. What do you do here, besides turning cards in the middle of the night?
I'm for most a charlatan. For a few, I'm a vampire. And for you, I'm the primate of St. Paul's Stole.
Some believe you to be a vampire. Who?
The guard of Priwen, who else? For a time, they sent spies to observe my activities, and they even broke into my home to gather proof.
Did they steal anything from you?
A personal notebook they quickly took to their headquarters. All they had to do is to look at me. I'm aging. What better and definite proof that I'm not an immortal?
Do you want your notebook back?
If you ever find it, I'd be glad to have it back, of course. I do ask one thing, though. Do not read it, Jonathan. Some secrets are not meant to be revealed, even to immortals.
我到时候再说。
For how long have you been a primate?
It was 15 years last year.
What do you make of Dr. Swansea?
Edgar is a brilliant and dedicated man. A man of his time, sometimes a little muddled, but always looking for new paths and new concepts.
Can you read the cards for me?
Are you sure you want to know what they will reveal?
Yes, I am.
It will cost you 150 shillings.
Here is the money.
The glutton. A man who just eats life as a cake. A righteous ego, surprised to fall in love.
Can you read the cards for me?
Put the money on the table then, Jonathan, and open your mind.
Here is the money.
The mother, a suffering soul, ashamed of her silence, terrified to raise her voice, a son to be killed.
How do you measure the amount of blood on my hands?
I told you. The cards always tell the truth. Well, most of the time.
Is it possible to tell me my future?
The vampire's fate is much more delicate to read, Doctor. But I can try.
All right. Let me hear it.
You're on a path to redemption, Jonathan. But be careful. One single trip and you'll fall.
That doesn't sound promising.
Take this, young Ekon, as a personal reward for your strong will. Keep following the right path and you'll reach safety.
Holy shit. 这什么东西?
I would rather not know. How do...
I told
Is it...
Vamp...
How did you learn about Mary? And spare me the hocus-pocus parlor tricks. The truth, now!
Swansea told me. Don't look at me like that. His task is to observe and gather information about vampires. He had to tell me about Mary.
Mary did not deserve her fate. She had already suffered enough during her life. And yet the pain the suffering went on after her death.
Suffering is part of the immortal condition. Some prefer to lose their minds rather than face the simple truth. Pain will never stop.
May I ask you about the Brotherhood?
Of course. But I must warn you that there are some subjects we consider taboo, in spite of our fondness and acceptance of your kind.
I know there is no love lost between the Guard of Priwen and the Brotherhood. What caused this rift?
It was 1801. The Brotherhood was stronger then, a strength that made them hungry for ever greater power. An argument divided them, and the wound never healed.
What was the nature of the disagreement?
The problem was that both sides considered themselves the legitimate heirs of the original Brotherhood. We divide up the books, the relics, not always fairly or with consideration.
Who founded the Brotherhood?
That's precisely the kind of question I cannot answer. It is delicate, and may reveal some of our secret traditions.
So you're not just a club of academics and scholars?
Once upon a time, very long ago, the Brotherhood did more than simply study the vampires. They took actions to eliminate the more ferocious and corrupted.
Goodbye, sir. Until we meet again.
I rarely wander. Yet it amuses me to converse with your kind. Oh, and the Empress, again. What are the cards
It's locked,
trying
all right.
to tell us?
Good evening, Miss Price. How are you tonight?
Dr. Reed, I didn't know you had returned from the war. I had a new doctor when you left, but he's not as kind as you.
Always glad to see a former patient in good condition. It's been a long time.
Too long indeed. And as a token of my appreciation, I'll grant you the best price if you fancy buying anything from my humble shop.
What can you tell me about yourself, Miss Price?
I'm still managing my shop. The only difference is, since the quarantine, we're open at night. You, on the contrary, seem to have changed a lot.
Really? Have I changed that much? It must have been the war, and the night shifts since my return.
Don't get me wrong, Dr. Reed, you're still handsome. Just maybe a little bit wiser, more serious. It suits you well.
Tell me more about yourself. No new fiancé? I remember you were hoping to get remarried. I'm sure you must have a few suitors.
Who would marry an old bat like myself with a grown daughter and a little business? As you know, I only fancy handsome men like yourself.
Have you noticed anything in particular in this part of town recently?
Other than you coming back to cheer me up? Nothing at all, Dr. Reed.
Does your daughter still worry you, Miss Price? I remember you were often concerned about her health when she was younger.
Have you not seen Carol since you returned? She's almost a young woman now, but she'll always remain my sweet little baby.
So you're less afraid?
Some things never change. Carol is still too clumsy for her own good. Sometimes her innocence puts her in real danger.
Why would her innocence put her in danger?
She does not realize how cruel life can be. Maybe I was a bad mother to protect her too much. My poor dear Carol.
You have every reason to be cautious, Miss Price, especially in these difficult times.
Maybe you could talk with her, Dr. Reed. It would be nice to have a man here more often. We would both feel safer.
Tell me, Carolyn, do you often wound or hurt your daughter by mistake?
No. I always thought it was Carol's clumsiness that caused these incidents. Maybe it's a family trait, Doctor.
You really believe it's just bad luck and being clumsy, then?
Of course, Doctor. What else could it be? I have nothing to hide.
May I look at your goods, Miss Price?
It's always a pleasure to have you here, Dr. Reed. Take all the time you need. Dr. Reed, I am glad to see you again.
Good evening, Miss Price. I'm Dr. Reed. Do you remember me?
Dr. Reed? Yes, of course. You are the doctor who healed me and my mum. Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Good to see you too, Carol. Are you all right?
Oh, yes. I did not hurt myself recently. I know how to take care of myself now. I'm almost a grown-up.
Why are you awake at night, Carol?
I am helping my mother in her shop. It's not easy, but I'm a grown-up now.
I'm sure your mother is grateful for your help.
I do the best I can. But I'm so clumsy sometimes. I drop things. I injure myself. It's a good thing my mother has the patience of an angel.
Why is work not easy? Is something or someone bothering you?
Oh no, most people are gentle with me. But I'm so nervous sometimes. I pay no attention and hurt myself. Good thing my mum learned first aid.
What can you tell me of the people living nearby?
I don't speak to many people, except our customers. It's not easy to make friends. And with the epidemic, it's even more difficult.
What can you tell me about the epidemic?
Some of our regular customers have left London. Some others only send their housemaids now. Everybody fears the contagion. I've even seen men with weapons.
Have you no friends at all?
No. Mr. Nithicut used to pass by and was always nice to me.
Does he not come by anymore?
No. Mum said he was weird. Always reciting poetry about a girl he'd met in Whitechapel. I wonder who this camellia may be.
Do you enjoy working with your mother?
Oh yes, Doctor. My mother raised me alone after my father died. We've always lived together, and she has always watched over me.
Do you remember your father?
No, I was just a baby then. My mother always told me how strong and good he was.
Do you ever think about getting married, now you're a woman?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. Mum always says I'm still a child who has no idea how tough life can be. No husband would like a clumsy girl like me.
Is it true you often hurt yourself, Carol?
Yes, it's true. I try to behave, I really do. But one way or another, I always end up injured or wounded. I'm so stupid.
Why would you be stupid?
It's like I can't help getting under my mother's feet. That's how I end up being pushed, cut, or burned. You see, I'm a stupid girl, really.
When exactly do these accidents happen?
Ever since I was little. That's why I need to stay with Mum. I'm not capable of taking care of myself.
Goodbye, Carol. Good evening.
You know.
Carol's gratitude is exemplary. She seems determined never to leave you.
I'm taking care of my daughter as well as I can. It's not always easy, but she's the best gift life gave me.
But she'll probably leave you someday to live her own life. Will that be difficult for you?
Why would she leave? Children sometimes stay with their parents until the end, for they know no one else will love them as much.
You are responsible for your daughter's many injuries and scars, Carolyn. You brutalize her, don't you?
How could I abuse my own flesh and blood? This is nonsense. It would be like hurting myself.
You really believe you've done nothing wrong, don't you? How long has this been going on for? I should have seen it when you were my patients.
Seen what? Child abuse? Are you mad, Dr. Reed? I dedicated my whole life to my precious Carol. She is a part of me.
Yes. Even her name is just a part of yours. This is a terrible tragedy. Something of an unknown disorder. My God. Abuse that comes from overwhelming love.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. How dare you say something like that? What kind of a monster do you think I am?
Speak to me, Carolyn. Why do you behave like this? How does it make you feel to hurt Carol before cajoling her?
I don't know. It makes me feel good to take care of my daughter. I need to feel useful. No one ever takes care of me. I need someone to take care of me.
Do you realize Carol is a person? Not a toy. Not a doll. The poor girl would put her hand in a flame to please you. You are both trapped in this toxic relationship.
Carol and I are perfectly happy. Leave us be. How stupid I was to believe you could be a suitable husband.
I'm not judging you, Carolyn. I believe you're a victim too. I'm just trying to explain that you need medical help.
You will not separate me from my flesh and blood, Dr. Reed. We'd rather die.
Holy shit, chill out, man.
Goodbye for now, Miss Price.
Dr. Reed, I am glad to see you again.
Holy shit, I'm not much of
Good evening, young lady.
My mother always prefers when people simply call me Carol.
You need to understand you are in danger, Carol. Your mother is responsible for all your injuries.
That's a lie. She has always taken good care of me. She only gets irritated when I get under her feet. It's my fault. My mum loves me so much.
Yes, Carol. Your mother believes she loves you as much as you're convinced she loves you. But you are both trapped in a toxic relationship that puts you in danger.
What are you saying? That she lied to me all these years? That she wants me to be miserable? My mother has dedicated her life to my safety.
Your mother is terribly sick, Carol. She suffers from one of the most sadistic attitudes I've ever encountered, and tortures you with a twisted sense of love.
No, my mum loves me and only wants the best for me. It's my fault if I can never do anything right. She deserved a better girl than me.
Goodbye, Carol.
Good morning. Good evening, sir.
Dr. Reed.
What are you...
I have a
Tell me about...
She's a...
Do you have...
No.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
下次基础限制。
Over there! There's one of them vermin!
Support the equality
someone you're
between
close
men
to.
and women.
Good evening.
What?
These are the documents you wanted me to look for. I think I've gathered all the available occult research about vampires.
Oh, thank you, Johnny. Huh, that'll help me separate the myths from the facts.
I'm not sure you can consider this material factual, but it's yours now. What do you intend to do with it?
First, I'm going to show them to Venus. It'll open her eyes and make her understand the importance of my mission.
You need some rest.
Support the equality between men and women. Women's right to vote is only the first step.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently? Remember,
周日非被万光神话的是所在之上说，吸血鬼有什么概念无关，并且它可以被视为几个世纪的尸体，自身名字已经变成了神话倾向，但是一则传说古老的在吸血鬼中间都成为神话，又是一种什么概念？我知道这也许听起来令人头晕脑，但是作为学者，他所谓的不可能，只是另一件未被解释或记录的事件罢了。最近几年，我一直在努力寻找一个在英国魔修者中很少见到的现象——有角的吸血鬼。几个世纪以来，在我们据搜集到的各种文献中，这一形象只出现过不等10次。这个形象是一个人，或有时由血组成，有时又由物或女组成，只有不朽者能在威尔士之苏格兰以内见过它，并且他们不知道它究竟是什么。这个有着巨大鹿角的生物是什么？它与凯尔特人的古老有角神科尔努奥斯的形象有关，我完全无从得知。但是现在想想，这个吸血鬼自己也不知道这个生物是什么，只是一个很可怕的名。所面临的这个极其古老的生物，正在于无中寻找到它的存在有关的些许蛛丝马迹。如果这是真的，作为石头网络神调研，就需要对这一存在进行调查，因为这能帮助我们理解吸血鬼的原因轨迹。作为提醒，我在此附上掌握的与有角吸血鬼有关的唯一书面证据，一首题为《红牛王者》的怪异诗歌。它很可能就是由这一怪物创作。根据一些吸血鬼的证词，这个生物在短暂出现在大威雷王朝的时候，曾在某些时候被人听到正在哼唱这首诗，表情生动，所有成功的笔者来研究这首诗，并将它视作为一段，并将它视作一段被遗忘历史的证据。12个睡是万象山所沉迷的红，只要闭只眼，它就会进入整个世界。11只脚在它拼凑在美国镇外一泉水前，它盼着下一次的光临。10根金铜线从大地的缝隙中冒出，都会构成配水相对中的雄鹰公仔，就聚成一队，将交头照脸，惩罚那些吃鱼附近8只野兽太上8年关的业务，日向中阳光至高的金灯塔基7层警示从夏日苍穹降下，引入海子进入水中这一块，6年守望者专注于追逐猎物，毛巾一向疲惫的痕迹，大族群在剧中前倾焚烧殆尽方面很重要。4枚神传统罪人的血流，黑暗的书海使它有真正3本传记。武者的危险就深渊召唤它却不予理睬，双蛇相者在孤林中暗流涌动，分不外十分注定归宿，去哪里先给被召唤的英雄。黑暗之子必找寻自己的道路。这次可只是全石头暴露的大主角故事，多么为主。 空箱子，有点会爽。虽然没有这个屏幕，像是也是30家伙。对，搞不好这个会连到那个。
I cannot enter.
阿斯卡对，秘密下水道，一个是阿斯卡对下水道，是通往叙事本的秘密的藏身所，这是什么意思？
It's locked, all right.
Enter at your own risk.寻找最后一封信件。
The Swanborough cordial can be the answer to all your problems, as long as you have the money.
There's one of them vermin!
You London vampires are so weak! I'll send you back in a fucking grave! Now my domain!
Good evening, Mr. Swanborough.
Is it you, Dr. Reed? Please come in. Wandering in this part of town at night, you're either brave... What can I do for you, Doctor?
Here is another page of the formula for the cure for blindness.
Give it to me? Yes. Brilliant. I'm going to give you the location and the code you will need to find the cure, but you have to listen to me first.
Why? What is it?
If you find the proof that this treatment for blindness is real, I want to try it. Do you understand? No matter the risks.
Risks? What have you read in these pages that you're not telling me?
You already know what you need to know. I trust you, Dr. Reed. We share the same passion for science. Please bring back the formula.
Goodbye, Mr. Swanborough. I'll leave you now.
What kind of gentleman pays visits to people at this late hour?
Over there! There's one of them vermin!
believe I'm doing this.
Die, leech! Yeah!
我拍的是什么？里面有个圣保罗实习。话说他会是圣保罗，那应该是保罗圣代会的。这不是同样的名称。这家伙给的我也是。化学家日记。最近我对于治疗失语的研究没有一点进展，开始感到担心，过去的经历视力变得越来越差，恐怕再找到任何有用的学习机会，我就要彻底失明，也许我对自己也是。果然嘛，圣代会不说话，那主角或许他很高兴的是看阅读的新闻线，但我怕他会拒绝，但我就不用帮他理解了，这样我还是把规矩记下来。在美乌舍尔托尔特里愿圣代会永远庇佑他。昨晚我跟他讲，他亲切的为我列了3卷需要阅读的文献，还好我的希腊语他都没有被我赶走，不仅没有时间连事情太小，大主教直接推荐给我阅读的文献几乎毫无用处，历经漫长到只是对我准备帮助3日以来，一到晚上我就彻底看着，不能这样。我有一个可怕的想法，如果我利用吸血鬼协议的财产能力怎么样？结果我反而想到了，照着你这样的学习走，来到目前的600万阶，究竟是应该为什么回事？终于有一种进展，梦想才会知道说，在我看注射里低吸血鬼的限制微薄的视力，明显的还有测试到让我眼睛的长大，但是他们第2天就死了，于是找到对方。我找不到引入吸血鬼的协议，应该是有人发现我的组成，是决定了一个东西。我像希望吸兄弟是也能加上吸血鬼协议这个角度，拒绝给我形象彩蛋。这个瞎了，我逼疯了，再没圣代，似乎顿时突然间增，让我一直来做一些更精确的实验调查。非常清楚，非常清楚该如何在我的实验室里维持叙事。有效果，失轨协议的效果那么强劲，依然有可能在我身上。2个多月之前，是突然得了建议，是我的苍蝇之后，将能够战胜将先前注射进结果，看见了失轨是神经。我也没办法， 尸鬼咬了我一口，被我挖出来做实验，重新讲。这个畜生花时间观察我，准备着自己。当我靠近时，要杀死他的时机，然后偷偷击倒他的早没料到，不能见死就不死，靠脚中。然后这个开始，苍井战士为以后再次战胜。一死。哎 ，poor bastard。后来，血之女神一讲，大不列颠这边来自诸多敌人的威胁，作为阿斯卡特行为的成果，必须时刻牢记这一点。其中最高必须时刻警惕强恶性摧毁，等敌人来自内部，是最不修长的拳击。封闭圈子内的敌人，这个敌人名为异教，针对性的。角色的异教。自从德鲁伊出现在异国以来，经过了1个世纪。一开始，我以为那只是一颗注定要太埋身的小型血性教育，但是这颗种子很强大，并且正在发展中。这一西西里叛逆到一个追求者，回到西西里的幻想黄金时代，不是崇拜不需要人类级别的相信的血之女神，追求的是挑战主体的统治的。最高因子立刻通过权威，天看他们主张了，接受并欢迎任何一个赞同他们的语言，信仰的协同，开国产人类，只有人类是本土，无法解释必要的，建立一个能够约束和修正生活混合的全新宗教，不能侵略。血之女神一教产生了类似的原因的实相，内部方向，这并非围绕宗教，正如我们所知道。这次破坏之入乌沙斯卡是世世代代见过凡人之一，更美好未来的想法。也许会想说，他们关心的，少数有名声，这个德鲁伊社就是其中一个。摘自阿斯卡的创始人 Old Red Ray 阿斯卡的故事。就很有惊喜，差3年。半个小时就是这游戏给我们结束，好喜欢这游戏。所以之前你的决定要不要把管他了。
It's locked. It's locked, all right. It's locked, all right. It's locked.
第一次意识到了内心黑暗，那日子内心嵌着一颗不为人知的黑色石头，落在你的脸身上也看到了东西，最亮但又眼睛的那种感受到了情绪的感受，这就是这样的一个奖励，是我求天命，也不知道会怎么着。病了的日子，诊断结果慢慢就不可知，死亡很快就会到。现在就连正在8年，卡雷的医生及学习如何书写的诊疗病，就考虑该如何改进，并且在考虑如何改进。我比较好的在看你的研究，不想你被情况围绕着的莫名其妙的垂死一样加好病，无法忍受这个东西，无法接受这个东西，就像离开了我的生命。又看出了心知重于交，就快死了。好好学习吧，这注定成为人，并且说你自己做这一切，不是为了老母亲。父亲采取一切必要的措施保护家人，免受任何自己的危险上。我想记住的是那个曾经我，而不是将来。离开这块宝贝，这么做是因为那些。这个球别去，我会在你的留下给你留下最后的，我会从那里消失，然后别人将会从你留下过来，就像此时一样，跟你在一起的我们，替我前往张望，也前面的今天的夏天最远，最近远，之类的东西。
Southwark. My departure for France as a promising student. My return as a brilliant surgeon, about to be killed. Transformed.
beast!
You're feeble!
Good evening, Mr. Swanborough.
Is it you, Dr. Reed? Please come in.
Tell me, how do you see the world these days?
What can I do for you, Doctor?
I have found the secret laboratory, and I have the formula.
And the author of the diary, did you meet him?
Yes. He was badly disfigured. Nothing more than a beast. And I cannot guarantee it wasn't connected to his experiments.
I don't care. Give me the formula, Doctor.
Here it is. But please, be very careful. You're entering uncharted territories here.
This is what science has always been about, Dr. Reed. Thank you so much.
I can't say it's been a pleasure, but we're both scientists, and I am grateful you asked me to undertake this search for you.
I have something for you, then. It is the most precious thing I have to give. Even more important than the Swanborough secret recipe.
There is really no need for payment.
Please have it, Dr. Reed. I insist. I'm sure you'll find it more useful than I would.
Goodbye, Mr. Swanborough. I'll leave you now.
What can I do for you, Doctor?
Goodbye.
Tell me, how do you see the world these days?
See them fancy clothes? This one's a top! Stupid newborn!
I don't have your money. Come on, Barrett, you know the game. You pay for decent. Keep nearby.
No match for the Swanborough cordial. Good evening, my dear
Goodbye.
is no place for you, sir.
Yeah.右边这样进去，从阿斯卡这样子。
The equality between men and women. Women of all.
对，不要走小桥，直接往主窗口建筑。